For the last 3 years, we've been working a lot with native advertising at Benjamin Media. And we have done a lot of campaigns, a lot of insights about native advertising. So now we are actually taking one step forward, and we are creating a Benjamin Native. And that's a native agency. And we find the best people at Benjamin and put together the best team to do creative stuff for our clients. It's not stuff, campaigns.
Creative campaigns, We are journalists, art directors, sales staff. We have people doing insights, photographers. So a team working dedicated to native advertising to take it one step further. To create even more original content and to create better, bigger campaigns for our Benjamin Media and Bonnier Publications sites.
I think one of our biggest issues is that we spend a lot of time making a good idea and being creative, and to get the clients to understand that they should pay for a good idea. They're not used to that from the media side. They're used to giving everything for free. So we are actually moving towards classic agency work, where we would like to get paid for our creative ideas, but also to get the clients out of their comfort zone. We had a campaign we're actually discussing yesterday, a car advertiser who wants to do video, and they're so focused on the car's technical features, instead of putting the car in our native environment and get our fashion team to join the car and make good conversation or carpool karaoke. Then they want the music or the parking sensor in focus, and that's not native, that's normal video.
The key to selling native is the good idea, and then convincing the customer to let go a little. That we have the insights in our target audiences, and that we have come up with a great idea for original content for them. And so we have to convince them to let go a little and don't be so focused on your product. Be more focused on telling the great stories.
Exactly, and show them other examples where we actually got the clients out of the comfort zone, and where we had made great content and good effective content as well. So they need to trust us. And hopefully, not hopefully, but a lot of our advertisers do trust us.
I think we work. One of our mantras is to be honest. We're very. This is a good idea, and this isn't a good idea, but it could become a good idea if we do so.
And sometimes they don't listen to us. And they get the results as. Because they don't trust us, then the campaign might not be as good. But we're always honest and tell them if it's a good idea or a bad idea.
It's about education.
It is.
Educating the brand. It's about being brave and to build some courage at the brands.
But some of them are very conservative and they want control. But if you do pure native advertising, you don't have any control. Not as much as they want to.
No. Right now we're talking a lot about how to set KPIs for our native advertising content. And it's actually quite difficult because many of the business, the industry, our KPIs are awareness and reach and time spent. But it's always, how do you get the right KPI for the right campaign? What's the important thing to focus on?
And it's very important to be honest with the client before we make the campaign. What are your KPIs and what should we target? And we actually are very focused on time spent. A lot of our time spent on commercial content is actually higher than our editorial content. And that's also an aim for us, that we succeed better than the editorial staff.
It's very rare for a brand to get that much time directly with the consumer. The media landscape today is so fragmented. It's very quick. So this is like a luxury for a brand to get to interact with your consumers for that long time.
We got actually a girl employed that will only overview all our campaigns. So she'll make sure the clients get a lot of love when we go live. Yeah.
And then we'll adapt them if they're not performing.
Yeah.
Maybe, do something about the creatives or try to come up with a good idea.
When we talk about the mistakes, we are very honest in the team, and we can learn from it and make even better campaigns. And it would be so great to see if people on stage also dared to talk about their mistakes, so we could learn from each other.
Yeah.
It's good to hear about great stories and great campaigns, but sometimes we learn more when people are honest about their mistakes.
And sometimes it's actually fun to hear, or it can be very giving to hear when something went wrong, when you had the great idea and the perfect setup, and then you still missed it. Maybe the audience didn't interact, or something went wrong. That would be very interesting to hear.
Yeah.